SpaceX's Starship spacecraft explodes mid-flight for a second time, disrupting Florida air traffic. A SpaceX Starship spacecraft, the upper portion of the most powerful launch system ever built, exploded during its 8th test flight Thursday, disrupting air traffic and marking the second consecutive failure for the vehicle this year. The uncrewed Starship mission lifted off at 5:30 p.m. CT, 6:30 p.m. ET, from SpaceX's Starbase facility in South Texas, with the spacecraft riding atop a 232-foot-tall, 71-meter-tall, Super Heavy rocket booster. After about 2.5 minutes of firing, the Super Heavy booster separated as planned from the Starship's upper stage, setting itself up for a successful landing within the chopstick arms of Mechazilla, or SpaceX's launch tower near Brownsville, Texas. It's the third time SpaceX has successfully executed the chopsticks booster catch, but less than 10 minutes into the flight, the Starship craft, which had continued on toward space, began to experience issues. Several of the vehicle's engines visibly cut out during the live stream, and the ship began to tumble before SpaceX lost contact with it. "Once you lose enough of those center engines, you're going to lose attitude control," said Dan Hewitt, SpaceX communications manager, on the live stream. "And so we did see the ship start to go into a spin, and at this point, we have lost contact with the ship." The loss of signal occurred at roughly the same point during this mission as with Flight 7 in January, when Starship exploded over populated islands in Turks and Caicos, littering the islands with debris. It has not been confirmed where exactly the vehicle exploded during Thursday's mission, but the explosion was visible from parts of Florida and over the Caribbean, according to reports from residents of those locations that were shared with CNN. The Federal Aviation Administration halted flights into Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando airports Thursday evening for falling space debris until 8 p.m. ET. The FAA also temporarily kept flights from departing from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport and Miami International Airport. Flights leaving those airports were still delayed on average by 30 and 45 minutes respectively as of Thursday night. "We've got a lot of measures in place, like debris response areas, where we coordinate very closely with air traffic control," Hewitt said on the livestream. "We have a lot of measures put in place before we ever launch a rocket to make sure that we're keeping the public safe. Those worked last time, and they're actively in work right now." SpaceX shared an update with a few details on the incident several hours after the flight. Prior to the end of the ascent burn, an energetic event in the aft portion of Starship resulted in the loss of several Raptor engines, according to a statement from SpaceX. This in turn led to a loss of attitude control and ultimately a loss of communications with Starship. Final contact with Starship came approximately 9 minutes and 30 seconds after liftoff. SpaceX said that Starship flew within a designated launch corridor. Any surviving debris would have fallen within the pre-planned debris response area, according to the statement. There are no toxic materials present in the debris and no significant impacts expected to occur to marine species or water quality. If you believe you have identified a piece of debris, please contact your local authorities or the SpaceX debris hotline at 1-866-662-30234 or at recovery@spacex.com.